Blessings, generations of God, blessing. This is heaven on the demands of the Spirit. When you come before the Spirit of God, there are things that we should know when we do. How you appear before Him, how you represent yourself, the things that you're supposed to do to provoke the Spirit of God to speak to you. You cannot appear before the man of God without you carrying something inside in your hand. You cannot appear before the woman of God without carrying something in your hand, because that which you are carrying in your hand, do you understand? That which you are carrying is not for the man of God, but is for to provoke the Spirit of God to see through your situation and to speak through your situation. But the problem is this: the darkness has already done these things. That now when we are being taught in the church, we don't want to do them. We say that no, this thing is coming from the darkness. It does not come from the darkness. These are the rules of the Spirit. They are the demands of the in the spiritual realm. There are rules and regulation in the spiritual realm, that whether the darkness is doing or not, which the darkness knows why they are doing them, and so that later on as the church we can be robbed, so that later on as the church we cannot enter into prosperity, so that later on in the church we cannot enter into the riches and the wealth and the power and the presence of God, so that we can be robbed. And then we don't want to do it. We want to come before men of God and the church, and we are not doing and we are not paying the demands of the Spirit, because we say no, we can't be paying men of God. You are not paying men of God. You are doing to the Spirit of God. Because why? You have to unlock things for your life in the spiritual realm, because God put these things in the Spirit. So it's not the man of God that we say men of God, they like man. It's not about that. The Spirit is in demand that you sacrifice something for me to speak to you. You sacrifice something for me to open up a way for you. It's in the spiritual realm. These are the rules and the regulations. But the enemy has taken advantage of these things. They are using these things for their own gain, and it's working because why? It is the rules and the regulations of the Spirit. But now the enemy defiles them. You understand? The enemy defiles them because the enemy is tagging along with the vision that says steal, kill, and destroy. But now when we do it as a children of the light, it is taking the abundant life that Jesus Christ has promised, to John 10:10. Do you understand? So church, stop this thing. It's not about you are paying the men of God or the church. No. These are the rules and the regulations of the Spirit. There's a demand in the spiritual realm. The Holy Spirit, the Spirit of God, has a demand upon His hand. Oh, I pray and I hope that you're hearing what I'm speaking and you hear what the Spirit is speaking in this message. You are blessed, child of God. You are blessed.